Hello and welcome to World Talks here on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. In today's episode, we turn to Turkey, where the shocking detention of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu has sparked mass protests and international concern. We'll discuss the implications of this arrest, its impact on Turkish democracy, and the reactions at home and abroad. Our guest is Ayşe Karabat. She's editor at Fayn.press, an expert journalist deeply familiar with Turkey's political landscape. Hello and welcome to TVP World. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. So, surprise or not, was this arrest expected, or did it just come out of the blue?
Well, we can say both. It is not a surprise because there were some investigations were going on about Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, and actually he last year convicted for insulting state officials, but the court was in appeal. The court was in appeal, and there was also an investigation against his university diploma, and just one day before he detained, his university diploma has been revoked. And then the investigation investigation for corruption and terrorism-related charges, he was detained. So in this sense, the more he was becoming a stronger candidate for the presidency, the investigations about him was speeding up. And finally, he was arrested on he was detained on March 9, just a few days before his party, the main opposition party, Republican People's Party, preliminary elections to determine the candidate for the next presidential race. So in this sense, in both, it was a surprise and not a surprise.
Understood. Okay. Now you very clearly laid out there are two groups of charges, if I can put it like that. One is financial and relates also to his previous dealings, and the other is terrorist-related charges. Tell us about those.
Start with the terrorism charges. Let's start with the terrorism charges. During the local elections, that main opposition party won big cities like Istanbul, Izmir, and Ankara. In some parts of Turkey and also in some districts of Istanbul, there was a cooperation, a sort of what they called officially is city consensus. The CHP cooperated with the pro-Kurdish Dem party. And it was legal, and both parties decided to support each other as candidates in certain areas. This was the deal, and it was a legal deal. But yesterday, when İmamoğlu was detained together with other 6 persons, we learned that from the statement of the public prosecution public prosecution thought that this city cooperation is related with the terror, but in a very indirect way. The public prosecution is claiming that the PKK, which is designated as a terrorist organization by Turkey, EU, and the United States, their leaders ordered this city sort of cooperation. Therefore, Ekrem İmamoğlu, by entering into this cooperation, fulfilled the orders of the PKK leaders. And the public prosecution also claims that after being elected, he hired some PKK sympathizers for the municipality. So the terrorism charges are all about that. And before, Before actually Ekrem İmamoğlu was detained for this charge, for this charge, two other district mayors, one of them in October and the other one at the beginning of the January, was detained exactly for the same reason and for the same terrorism-related charges. And when it comes
So three mayors have been detained on terrorism-related charges. Now, that is perhaps significant, isn't it? Because, as I understand it, under Turkish law, the government now has the right to appoint their own mayors for those cities. Do you think that's part of the picture here?
It might be, and actually not three. Altogether, the mayors who are removed from the office since the local elections in 2024 is 9. And also some of the pro-Kurdish party mayors who are elected, removed from their offices, and trustees, what we call in Turkey, appointed to replace them. And it might be the case in Istanbul too, but it's not clear yet. The official detention time is 4 days for Ekrem İmamoğlu, and if it is not will be prolonged, we would know if there will be any appointment in Istanbul's mayor office. I think we might learn by Sunday if the detention time will not be prolonged.
Understood. Now, a lot of people have been detained under this action by the government, and that also protests have been banned. But despite that, they have been protests. How big are those protests? What do we expect the result of these protests to be?
Well, actually, yesterday protests are smaller than today's, but today, especially university students from all over Istanbul and in some universities also in Ankara and in other cities took the streets and protested against the government. And some other civil society organizations are joining them right now in front of the headquarters of the Istanbul mayorship office. And not only actually the ban of the demonstrations today, for example, we all day, actually since 2 days, we are struggling to communicate with each other because the internet has been slowed down and the social platforms like X, Instagram and others, including WhatsApp, is not working properly. But then again, demonstrations are taking place against the ban, and it seems to me that these demonstrations will continue. And also, the CHP said that they will continue with the preliminary process, and they called all the people, even if they are not a member of the CHP, to come to ballot boxes and show their solidarity with Ekrem İmamoğlu. So I guess on Sunday, on 23rd of March, there will be more people at the street, either demonstrating or voting to support, to show their solidarity with Ekrem İmamoğlu. But will it make any change? I'm not sure.
Are we expecting mass arrests of protesters, as we've seen before?
So far, it did not happen. But one of the issues that the government is not allowing for a long time is any kind of demonstration in the city center, which we call is Taksim. And today, university students are trying to enter into Taksim Square, and also we saw this on May Day demonstrations. If the students will be able to pass the police checkpoints, there might be some arrests, but I'm not sure if they will be mass arrests. And I guess as the protesters are getting bigger, it's on the table. It might happen.
Well, we look forward to seeing how the situation develops, and we hope you'll come back and share your analysis with our audience. Thank you very much again for joining us, and have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. And that brings us to the end of this episode of World Talks. Goodbye.